Welcome to DB Workshop channel. Today we will do some simple Python programs. Let's see this program, and we have written this line over here to include this library, and we are getting error over here. Let's run this program again, and here it is. It is working fine now. Here is the program. First of all, we have included this library. We have included this library to include image, and this is a simple function over here, and this is another function over here, and this is the third function over here. So I have written pass means I will add code to this. For the time being I'm keeping it empty. So pass is a keyword that is letting me create empty functions that later I can modify. So this is the main function I will call, and I'm calling from here page 1. So in this page 1 function, I have declared this variable as a global so that I can call it from other functions. For example, this close function can call this variable. So close is simply destroying it, and this variable is a window1 is nothing but an instance of Tkinter. So window1, that is an instance of Tkinter. I just provided the geometry for it. I just provided a title for it, and here it is. The title is here, and geometry is the dimension of it. And then next is L1. L1 again is a variable, and I'm assigning it to a label. Label the text equal to whatever text I want to write over here. This one, this is a label. So my notepad version 1.0, whatever the text I will write over here will be printed over here. Background color is green, foreground color is white, and what kind of a font I want, I could provide these attributes to label. So this is how I define this label. I just provided these attributes, whatever the text I want to written over here, whatever the background color, or whatever the foreground color, or whatever the font I want to be written, whatever font I want to set for this label, for this text. So then again, because L1 is nothing but a label, and L1 dot grid. Grid means, grid is a method of placing this label in this dimension. So this overall screen is a grid, and it has a locations over here. So 0 0 means it is a first location, I mean row 0 and column 0. So I'm placing it in the top left corner of the grid. So I just placed it, because in this program everything is a column 0, so there is no column 1. So we have in this grid, we don't have a next column. So everything over here is just a one column. This is a one column, that is a column 0, and these are the rows. Row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3 goes on. So for example, if I want to place something in a grid at location row 0, row 0 means first row, and column 0 means first column. So for this program, because I haven't called the column equal to 1 in this program, so in this screen actually. So that means there is only one column over here, so that's why I just placed this label in 0 0 location, row 0 column 0. Next I just put these empty labels so that I got some empty space over here. And then because here I have assigned this label to L1 and then calling grid function with the L1, I can directly call it. For example, here I don't have a variable assigning to a label. I can simply create a label and then call a grid function using that label instead of assigning it to a variable and using that variable to call a grid function where to place it. And then I have a button function over here, so this will create a button for me. The name of the button is login and height is 2, width is 20. It is just telling me the dimension of this button. The next is its background color, foreground color, and command. Command means if I click on this button, this function will be called. So the name of the function, whatever the name of the function I will write over here, it is just an action. If I click on this button, this command would run and that command will call this function and this would be a function call. So this function would be called. So if somebody click on it, because right now I'm clicking on it, it is calling this login function, but there is nothing in this login function, so that's why nothing is going on because I did not define the code over here. I could define a code over here, something like this: print click down login. So if I save it, I will close it, I will rerun the program. If I click on login, see login message. I mean the message I have written over here, over there, is just printed over here. So that's it. Next I have created again 3 labels, and these are the row numbers at row 15, row 17, row 19. So that's why it is creating some space over here. So that, and then I have created the button for close also, button for register also. So for example, I have created a button for close. If I click on this button, this close function would be called, and this button would be placed at this location, row number 21 and column 1, column 0. That means because we only have one column over here, so column 0, and then row number is 21. So this is a 21 row. If I click on it, it will call a close function. Close function is just asking this window 1 is nothing but a tk instance, that is just this window over here. So this window would be destroyed. If I click on it, let's see what will happen. Okay, the window is destroyed. So this is how we create a simple Tkinter GUI program. And then the last one is this variable photo1. It is calling photo image because I have imported PIL image library over here. So now the file is telling the name of the file I have in the folder where I have placed this program. So I have this file over here, photo1. Here it is. So I have a file over here. So that's why it's just pointing to that file, and then again it create a new label, and then that label is just pointing to this image, putting it at a grid location, column 0, that is the first column we have, and row 30. So here is the row 30. Here is the row 30 over here. And then first of all we have to call this function, because this function will allow this window to be rendered. If we don't call this function, nothing will be displayed. Here we are calling the function over here. So that's all for now. Stay tuned to this channel and I will discuss more detailed program in next videos. Thank you very much.